Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages. Welcome to Jobs VIP Room. And we're going to talk about what? Dave Chappelle's Netflix special, The Closer. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. So before we get into talking about this real quick, I want you guys to like, share, comment, and subscribe for the Jobs VIP Room. That will help me out a lot. Plus, it's free. So go ahead and do it, man. You see your boy dressed for the occasion, man. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm silly, y'all. Y'all know I'm silly. So let's talk about this real quick. So the closer, Dave Chappelle Netflix special just came out not too long ago, and I'm gonna go ahead and already tell y'all this right now. I loved it. I digged it. I loved every minute of it. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was smart. Got a little story after y'all after this. So y'all stick with me, bear with me. Y'all want to hear my Dave Chappelle story. How I met Dave Chappelle. So pretty much, Dave is gonna be Dave. Dave is at a certain level of comedic genius and comedic legendary, comedic everything. He's just awesome. He is a master of his craft, and the way how he makes it's already hard being a comedian already because people like to cancel you and bash you, and more on that later. Um, I know there are some comedians that go a little bit way too far, but it's also the way how you set up your punchlines and your stories and how you can have a conversation with people and get intimate with people and bring them in on, your on getting to know your humor as a person. And we live in an age where comedians can get canceled quick with the quickness. Because comedy over time sometimes doesn't age well because of what is going on during that certain point in time. So, and that's pretty much what it is. So I applaud comedians for them getting out on the stage and doing what they do. It's not easy. It is not easy. Like Jerry Seinfeld said, you think acting is easy, it is hard. What I do is hard. Yeah. So, yeah, man, and that's one of my takes on comedians, the comedic lifestyle. So, and not everybody's funny, not everybody, hey, but I won't get into that right there. So, Dave Chappelle is sharper than ever, and he says the in the special, saying there's gonna be a while for he does another one of these. So that's why he called it the closer, and he starts off quick, and he talks about the baby and everything, and I don't want to spoil that for you all, but he had a point with it. And I know there are people already sitting online saying, oh, he didn't help the baby out, he talked about that. Well, hey, the baby been pretty much talking about this in all his music songs and videos. So hey, what you want what you want the man to do? Sad to say that happened to the individual, but hey, um but yeah, it is what it is. So you know what I'm talking about. You want to know what I'm talking about. Watch the special. You'll see what I'm talking about. Um, he does not hold back. He pulls no punch. He speaks his mind, and they've always been like that. And that's what I appreciate about him. And I appreciate the comedic genius on how he sets up his storylines, how he sets up the the humor and everything with it. So, like I said, Dave Chappelle, hey, I'm with you, brother. You can do no wrong. He's cool. So, yeah. Oh, you still here? Oh, you want to hear about the story? Yeah, okay, so yeah, a little bit H2O. So here's my story on how I met Dave Chappelle, ladies and gentlemen. So in this special called The Closer, he did he said those jokes before in the time that I went to go see Dave Chappelle, I got lucky. Good friend of mine, Dodo. Shout out to Dodo. That's my homie right there from middle school, high school. He pretty much posted on social media saying, "Hey, Dave Chappelle's in town." I just so happened to be scrolling through my social media, through Facebook or whatever, and said, "Hey, he got an extra ticket for Dave Chappelle. Inbox me if you want to go see him." I didn't think I'll have the amount of money for it, but I said, "Hey, let's try it out and see." So, inboxed him, hit him up. He told me, "Hey, pay this amount for it. I got you. Meet me at the location. I got you." Went on down to the House of Blues downtown Houston. Met up with him, said what's up. Um, and Dodo was always that guy back in school where he was always was cool with the guy, man. We wasn't like no best friends going and spending each other nights at each other's houses and playing video games and stuff like that. But he was always a cool, great guy, man. And so I appreciate him for it too. And I gave him the money, cash out. I can't remember if I cashed out to him or I paid him cash right there on the spot. I can't remember. I think it was cash out. And he sent the information to me, met up with him. And yeah, so they had the certain restrictions on how they set everything up because of COVID. Did the little swab test. They go in this little area, they check your test real quick turnaround, come back out. Here, you can come in. So they was very strict on how they let everybody into the venue. And it's kind of crazy too, because if you would have paid your money and you had COVID, kind of sucks, but I don't know that whole part of they did pay these people back. I don't know. That's not my business. That's between them. I don't know. But so yeah, I guess Dave spent some extra money, whoever else was with them spent that money on setting that up. So I get in there, and I forgot. Well, I missed this part when they said that before you go in, you need to lock up your cell phones. I didn't hear that part. I just walked in, and I was gonna either way it goes, I was gonna turn my phone off regardless because I know how Dave Chappelle, if you've seen his specials before, he politely asks everyone to turn off their cell phones, silent or vibrate, and put them away. And there's a good reason to that. So when I went in there, I took one picture of the stage and I posted it. And I was like, to me, I was saying that was gonna be it. But security person came up real quick, said, "Hey, what you doing with your phone?" I said, "Oh, my bad. I didn't know, man. I'm sorry. Let's go back up to the front." To the front, they gave me like this little special case to put my phone in, lock it up, and I'll get the key or whatever to unlock it after the show is over. And the reason why, because my homeboy Chris told me, shout out to Chris and Mike on the Just Acting Up show. Y'all tune in Just Acting Up show as we talk about, current events in Houston and what goes on in the world. And we have interviews with nice individuals like such as yourself, or with people that's out in the acting industry and music industry. So yeah, check out the Just Acting Up show. And we also talk about sports, talk a little bit about politics, and we also give the award of who was just acting up. And we also have our segment called the what is it called? I'm drawing a blank right now. Damn, what is the name of that spot? Is the spot? No, that's Spotlight Interview. And we have it's been a minute since we've done the show. I gotta get back into my groove and everything. To where we highlight individuals who's been out and about, and we give roses to that person of doing their hard work, or we acknowledge somebody. So yeah, Just Acting Up show. Like, comment, share, subscribe. So now getting back into the my story time right now. So I met Dave Chappelle. So finally locked up my phone. Pretty much the reason why they do that is because if you record it and then you post it on social media or whatever, and it's pretty much becomes a dead joke. What I mean by that is that it takes these comedians a great deal to come up with these great and brilliant jokes and stories. So if you record them and you share it, it's pretty much just like you kind of like taking money out of their pockets. And if you've been in acting or comedian or whatever, and if you get no reaction for the crowd, it kind of hurts you a bit. It does something to you mentally. Some people can keep going on, and yeah, I mean, hey, I've been in a play or two where you get minimum reaction. I mean, it is what it is. But it over time it can get real tired and stale. And you're like, I heard that joke before, or somebody shouting out, "Oh yeah, this." So at that point, it's like, what you gotta do? You have to do what you gotta do. So, and even if they wouldn't give me that case out of respect, I still would have put if he would have asked at the beginning of the show, I would have put my phone up, turn it off, or whatever, silent, whatever, what have you. And it was funny because he also had some great guests that was there too. So Donnell Rollins, Ashley Larry was there. Had some talent that he brought, and another talent from here from Houston, from comedians. He and at the start of the show they were saying, "Hey man, do this, do this. Don't heckle the people that's on stage or whatever. Don't blurt out crazy comments, or we will kick you out and you will not get paid. I mean, you will not get your money back. Plain and simple." And of course, like always, you had people doing it, and it was funny because Donnell Rollins was at he had a moment where forgive me about the use of N-word, people, my Caucasian people. So, or I just so pretty much dude kept heckling and kept saying something. Donnell Rollins, all right, nigga, shut the, it's my show. This ain't your show. And he gave a little quick, it was a quick subtle nod. He was like, and they pretty much came and got him. And before Dave Chappelle came on stage, they said, "Hey man, I want y'all to, remember, do not heckle or don't, keep blurting out. Sometimes they react with you, sometimes they don't, but people trying to enjoy the show because they come, real tight time now." And they said that we already kicked out 5 people already, probably more than that. Wasting your time and your money. That's on you. So, and it was pretty much a concert within the show as well. Like, how he normally does it. And it was really cool. He had Toby come out. We all from everybody from Houston know who Toby is. Him and his wife. Toby came out there, started rapping. He did his thing. T.I. came out there, did his thing. Trader Truth came out, did his thing. Twalib Kweli came out, did his thing. Even Dave got on the mic for a little bit. He did his little rounds or whatever. Can't remember what song he was rapping, but he did his little thing, his thing as well. So I can't remember who else came out, but I think that was pretty much the gist of it. And it was really, really cool, a really great show, and I enjoyed myself. And so after that, of course, he sanitized his hands or whatever, I guess. And then after that, it was so dope because the ticket was so dope, and that's why I appreciate Dodo for what he did. Him and his mom was up there on the top floor, and they had a real great seat. But my seat was like, bam, right there, front stage, the center, man. And that just was so perfect and so dope, man. And so as everybody got up, the show was over. I went up to, I was still, if you've been to House of Blues, you know how the stage is set up. And Dave was sitting there, high fiving, "Hey, what's up, young man?" And, "What's up, girl?" And, you know how Dave talks or whatever when he gets excited. And I saw Dave Chappelle. I went up to him and I had my fist out. He fist bumped. He said, "You want something too, young man?" He said, "Bow," right there. And did like this. And that's how I met Dave Chappelle. There's no moral to the story. I just thought it was cool that I met Dave Chappelle. So yeah, with that being said, The Closer. Have you seen it? What you think about it? Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on The Closer. I know a lot of people are, coming at Dave right now for what he said. I'm not canceling Dave. I'm just not. Sorry. I'm not gonna argue with you in the comments either. If you comment about saying, "Oh, we did this," I'm not gonna argue with you. I'll just agree to disagree. And that's that. Java's VIP room. See y'all next time.